Today we're talking about Patrick again, and Patrick's done with Lambda School. If you don't know who Patrick is, let me back up a little bit. I followed him through Lambda School from start to finish, and then I went to visit him, and he got a job offer. He didn't actually get the job, and I didn't know that until I came back. And he's like, my offer was rescinded. Wait, hold on, wait, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, they just rescinded it, and they won't tell me why. So the first thing that you think about is, okay, it was the video that I made where Patrick maybe said something about the company that they didn't like, or they didn't like the way that I edited it, and we thought it was all what I did in that video. Turns out it wasn't at all. Patrick had other interviews set up, and he's like, look man, I've already set up a date to finish these other interviews that I have. Can I go ahead and finish these before I accept? And they were like, yeah, sure. A couple days later, which happened to be when I posted the video, they said, sorry Patrick, not working. The team didn't like that you asked for a few more days, so we're gonna have to rescind it. So you're like, yeah, whatever, right? He's got another interview set up. Maybe he'll get that job. He's in like the final stage anyways. So he goes in and they tell him no. Now he doesn't have that job from the video. Now he doesn't have the other backup job. Now what? And so then someone from the Discord, his name is Kyle or Ace. Ace reached out to his company and he got Patrick an interview. Patrick did some code tests. He flew out there and he finally got that job. This was like 4 days ago. And I didn't really talk about it because there's a couple things here. Patrick doesn't get the job. That makes it look like I've created a video where I'm like lying and fabricating this stuff, and that's bad. I didn't want to make Lambda School look bad because it's not like they didn't give him a good enough education to where he couldn't get a job. I wanted to make a video about it and just rant, but I didn't do it. I held back. I didn't want to put anything out there that would possibly jeopardize his situation of being able to get a job. I've had a couple comments on the video where I made with Patrick and they're like, Patrick is still unemployed, FYI. Just kind of like trying to make me look like a liar or Lambda School look bad, or I don't really know. Maybe they're just mad they didn't get accepted or something. Patrick has, had some serious ups and downs going through this process, but 2.5 months to find a job after boot camp is not that long. But when you're in it, when you're in the thick of it, when you're the one going through it and you see all the links on the page and they're all purple, and you've clicked on all of the jobs and you're like, I've applied to everything and no one's responding. What is going on right now? It's mind-numbing. And it seems, those 2.5 months seem like 5 years. And I know because it happened to me and I've ranted about it, but that's not what this video is. It's Patrick's video. If you're interested in Lambda School, there's a link in the description. If you sign up and you go there, you get $250 when you graduate, and it supports the channel. I'd appreciate it if you do use that, as it does support the channel. And, I just quit my teaching job, so every little bit, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Congratulations, Patrick, for the audience watching. If you guys could go ahead and do me a favor, just, congratulate him in the comments. He finally did it, and he's been through some ups and downs. If you've been in the Discord, you've seen his ups and downs, rejection after no reason, after ghost, and he finally landed it. It's going to change his life, and, it's real difficult from being up here, knowing that your life has changed, to having that offer pulled out from underneath you. That was heart-wrenching for me to watch, for Lambda to watch, for Patrick, his kids. You've overcome that struggle now, and you guys have seen it live happen. This is the path that we all struggle through, that we all push through. So congratulations, Patrick. Again, thank you, Kyle, Ace, for connecting that, making this happen, and just, the Discord's great. Like, we got a lot of good players in there, got a lot of good people, and I'm really glad this worked out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you all. Sorry that I haven't been posting videos so much, but I've been helping my dad and stuff like that. And I appreciate you guys. I miss you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, walk us through what happened every single interview since our video.
It was 5 minutes after you posted that video. You got home, you edited it for what, a week? And I kid you not, even 5 minutes later, I get an email. This is before their deadline that they put in the contract too. They email me and go, Patrick, we're going to have to rescind our offer, and we wish you luck in your future endeavors.
And we think it's because of the video.
They never said that. I literally emailed them. I'm like, whoa, wait. I was literally signing the contract when he sent that. And I'm like, whoa, wait. Why? And he's like, well, we can talk tomorrow on a call if you want to, talk about it. And so he missed the call the next day and then rescheduled it for the following Monday, like next week, because it was a Friday. Long story short, we get on the call. He tells me, yeah, so you basically asked for 3 more days to make a decision, and we didn't like that.
That's because you had other interviews you needed to complete.
In my last interview with them, before they even gave me the offer, I told them I had one more interview that I needed to pursue because I had already made the commitment to that interview with the time and the date and everything. He said, yeah, totally. We want you to do that and want you to, finish those off if you can. I reaffirmed that in the email. You even saw it, Josh. He was like, yeah, totally. That's okay. Take the last 3 days you need and just make sure you sign the thing when you're done, if it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. And so I said, okay, thank you. Very next day after that, nope. Rescinded.
Yeah, but we were freaking out because we thought it was because of the video that I posted, and that like, oh no, he must have said something negative or whatever, and it wasn't anything to do with that. It's literally just because you asked for extra time, and I guess they thought you were shopping around too much. I mean, you didn't say anything negative about the company. You said they need work on their application, and that they know that. That's why they're hiring. I mean, if you were at the job, you'd send the dude a Slack message and be like, holy dude, this is spaghetti, and he'd send you an emoji back that's like LOL. But if you say it on video, you're not bros yet, so it's not okay.
And I'm not trying to bad talk them, but it was a situation, and I was just kind of, I don't know, I guess you can attest to this, Josh. It kind of spiraled me into a dark pit, abyssal pit of despair and sadness and depression.
I wanted to roast so many of these companies that have not been good. The job that rescinded the offer rescinded it because you had another final interview that you had already set a date and time for before they even gave you an offer. And so then you go there, and this is a culture fit. You've already passed the 3 code tests that they've given you. This is culture fit. This is kind of like, oh, you got the job. Come in and meet the team, and then we'll give you the offer at the end of the day. But because you were like, some dude's like, what do you think about testing? And you were like, oh, well, I don't really like testing that much, as like a joke, as a meme.
Well, I didn't even say that.
Oh, really?
I said all I said was I don't really like Jest, but I would really love to learn Cucumber JS, which is something that's being used, or maybe something like Selenium. I have no experience in production code testing, but I'm excited to learn about it if I get the job. That's all I literally said. Does that come off as, man, I hate testing. That's for the QA department.
I didn't do it. I didn't roast the companies. I've wanted to make so many roast videos of these companies, dude. I needed you to get that employment. And so...
It hurt, man. It hurt. It hurt so bad.
Job after that. What's the interview?
I really only had 2 actual interviews. One with Podium, which was just with a recruiter, which is a company in Utah. Didn't go further than that. I think that's just because they hired somebody else, which is okay. That's understandable. And then I had an interview with WGU, Western Governors University, which ironically, if I had gotten the job with WGU and I don't have a degree, I just find that funny. Then that was it was good, but they didn't offer relocation for juniors. I had to say no to it because I didn't at the time. I didn't know that Lambda had a perpetual access fund that would help for stuff like that.
But you went back and you were like, oh, wait, hold on, I got some money. And they were like, oh, no, we're good.
Yeah, we moved on,
You figured out a way to get there, and they were like, no, sorry, bye.
Yeah.
You went to the one in Texas, you flew out, flight got all messed up, and then you go there and you do the interview, you crush the interview, and you come back, and they're like, we'll let you know in 2 days. And then in 2 days, they're like, oh, the guy that's going to hire you went on vacation. So
the guy who makes the decision and went on vacation. I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, we're going to finish out the last interviews this week, which I thought was kind of funny because I was like, if the guy hiring is on vacation, why are you doing interviews? But whatever. And then we'll let you know by the 20th or 21st. That was literally 4 days ago, Josh. That went from 0 to 100 real quick.
I did that too. I went to a recruiter place. A recruiter sent me to a company, and the company knows that you're coming from a recruiting firm, and they know that the recruiter is going to charge $100 an hour, and that's not normally what they'd pay you. And so basically they don't have a huge incentive to hire you. And when I was top 3 candidates out of literally there was those movie scenes where you see everyone sitting against the wall with their briefcase waiting for their turn to go into the interview.
Yeah.
That's how it was. And I was apparently top 3, and they hired the top 3, and I wasn't in the top 3. So number 1, they lied to me. And then number 2, they were like, oh yeah, they should be hiring more soon as they get more funds. The CEO really enjoyed what you had to say, and we should be in contact tomorrow. Literally the next day, I'm like, all right, so what the CEO have to say? Oh, he went on vacation with his family for the next 2 weeks. Oh, really important. Thank you. Wow, I'm over here trying to pay my rent, and you enjoy your vacation with your family, I guess.
That reminds me, we should tell everybody, on my flight back, I got bumped up to first class for both of my flights home.
Dude, what was that like? That's Casey Neistat level stuff.
The first one I was on was like an international level plane. It was like the one where you have like your own little,
You had a room.
like kind of, yeah, I basically had a room, like a little bubble. The chair reclined all the way back into like almost a bed. I had a little screen right here in the front, and you could close the screen so you could be just by yourself. It was so nice. You saw the photo. I was like, what the heck is this? I asked the lady, I go, this is really nice. And I go, how much are like these tickets usually? And she goes, oh, honey, if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Oof.
I was like,
Oof. You still had the gall to be like, they're not gonna hire me. Bitch,
yeah.
they gave you first class back, and they're not gonna hire you.
I get back, and you're like, how do you think you did? And I'm like, oh, horrible. And you're like, Patrick, shut up. And I'm like, yeah, but he could just be saying that. No, just shut up. Smack.
They're not gonna bump you to first class twice because they didn't like you. Like,
that's true, I guess. I was gonna say the irony about this is that I've only been looking for two and a half months.
it's actually really fast.
Looking for your first job is just such a soul-crushing experience sometimes.
But now you know, the next time you need to get a job and you get 84 no's, you've done it. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. And now with this, I'll have my foot in the door, my badge, and if I need to look for a job later, it's going to be easier. Not like 100% like, yeah, you got the job, but it'll be easier than the first time.
But it hasn't been 3 months. It just feels like forever when you apply to everything and every single link on the page is purple and you're like, there's nothing new.
It's funny because it's like every day goes by and you're literally just kind of sitting there and like, I feel like I'm not doing anything, but you are, but it feels like it's not.
Because you can't. You've done all you can do, and then when it's not in your control, it's a mind-numbingly, oh my goodness.
It's like sitting in silence with no one to talk to.
But you got it. You made it happen. How's it feel?
Oh man, it's surreal. We got the approval for the apartment today and signed the lease. That's when it hit. As soon as I was approved for the apartment though, that's when it just like hit me. I'm like, whoa, I won't be here in like 2 weeks.
Tell me about those bennies. And by bennies, I mean benefits.
Fully paid medical, vision, dental, and that extends to my kids and my spouse. So I don't pay a premium on any of that stuff.
Caitlin, you heard that? My spouse? Did you hear that?
Did you hear what he said, Caitlin? He said my spouse. He's basically just hinting at like, okay, never mind. I'm not. Why do I have to explain it? All right, so this isn't the exact one we have. The one we're getting, we don't actually have a fireplace in ours. And it's nicer wood floors, but you basically have like a kitchen over there, eating, dining. This is the master bedroom here. It's all nice. It's really nice. This is what it looks like. Garages, and then it's on the second floor.
Did you meet?
And if you're watching this, Kyle, thank you.